So apparently the writers have decided to turn Lulu into someone we're supposed to root against. Mission accomplished. She's gone from strong and complex to selfish and insufferable, and honestly, Dante is way too good for her at this point. Chase telling her off. Chef's kiss. Somebody had to say it. Maybe try being grateful you're alive, Lulu, and stop acting like the world owes you something. Let's be real. This whole thing isn't even about Dante. Lulu's pretending it is. Maybe she's even convinced herself of that. But it's really just about her petty drama with Brooklyn. She can't stand the idea of Brooke being in Dante's life, especially now that there's a kid involved. Funny how she's suddenly got moral opinions, considering she made almost the exact same choice when she got pregnant as a teen. Selective memory much. It's like the writers are on a mission to ruin every character we used to love. Lulu's just the latest casualty. Felicia had it right. Carly should stay far away from Jack. There's always someone gunning for him, and next time he might not be there to play hero. And as for today's episode, Chase sees what's coming. It's obvious. Brooklyn is totally going to leave him for Dante now that they've got a kid connecting them. The writing's on the wall. When the truth comes out, Chase is going to be the one left looking like a fool. Again. That said, I do love my Chase and Dante, and I'm so here for Chase putting Lulu in her place. She's always in everyone else's business, breaking into her uncle's house like she's the FBI, snooping through private files. Honestly, she should be arrested. Might actually teach her a lesson. Chase was right to tell her to back off. Lulu is a mess, and she's got a way of wrecking everything and everyone around her, her family, her kids, you name it. Still, not everyone hates Lulu. Some of us actually want Dante to know about his kid. And who exactly does Chase think he is, threatening her like that? Sure, that's his wife, but the way he went about it, totally out of line. Maybe he should keep that same energy for Weeping Willow and everyone else making bad choices. Bottom line, nobody in this mess is completely innocent, but let's not pretend Brooklyn's always been a saint. She's been a spoiled rich brat from day one. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Well, that just happened. No surprise, of course Anna was going to try to save Valentin. Predictable. But Jason, his choice was interesting. I guess he went with a lesser of two evils, and let's be honest, he loads Brennan more, especially because of Carly. That extra kick of motivation. Jason doesn't just dislike Brennan, he doesn't want him anywhere near Carly. And that moment when Brennan tried to leave and Jason casually blocked his path. Chef's kiss. Valentin's been handled, but you're still on the to-do list. Classic Jason. Because let's be clear, what happened to Carly wasn't about Valentin. It was always about Brennan. Valentin, bless him, is still trying to twist Anna's heartstrings. He knows she still loves him and isn't above manipulating that. Is this the part where you smuggle me out? Sure, Val. Points for effort. Meanwhile, tomorrow's looking fun. Jason's clearly planning to squeeze intel out of Valentin about Brennan. And you know Valentin won't spill for free. There's always a price. But honestly, Jason needs to chill. Yes, he's always had Carly's back. That's his thing. But let's not pretend Carly hasn't survived worse. Sunny, anyone, and Jason should know that Brennan actually has the resources to keep her safe. Plus, Carly's no idiot. She knows exactly who the threat was, Brennan. And let's be real, Port Charles will always be a hotbed of chaos, murders, mob wars, drama galore. Let Carly and Brennan live a little. It's not like Sunny is pining after her. If anything, it was Jason who showed up at Carly's bedside with tears in his eyes, not Sunny. Meanwhile, it was Jack who laid it all out and told her she has his whole heart. So how about more Sasha and Jason, please? Less of him playing backup for Anna's latest mission. And yes, give me all the Jack and Carly fighting for their relationship. I'm so here for that. Also, Charles Measure will always be my OG Brennan, but Chris McKenna, he's winning me over, especially after that rescue scene. The man swooped in, caught Carly, and rushed her to the hospital. Instant points. Wow, I have never seen this side of Chase before. He stood on business today and handed Lulu the dragging she's been asking for. Go off, Chase. Lulu tried to play the "he's my uncle" card, and Chase was like, yeah, when it's convenient for you. The math ain't mathing, Lulu. Meanwhile, Brooklyn is testing every last nerve I've got. Another year, another secret. Are we seriously just now confirming Gio is the baby? This is soap opera slow burn at its peak. And let's talk about Sunny and Jason. Why are they constantly up in Carly's business like unpaid security guards? And now she's supposedly not safe with that silver fox. Please. Carly's been through worse and walked out in heels. Now onto the real drama. Valentin vs. Nicola's in prison. Yes, please. But where are Lucky and Lulu? Why haven't they bothered to visit their brother? Honestly, the show needs Nicola's way more than half these newbies. He's a Cassadine. He's connected to everyone, still in love with Ava, don't even lie, and we need to see him stepping up as a single dad to Ace. Give the people what they want. And Lulu. Girl, pick your face up. You should have kept your nose out of Brooklyn's drama. That wasn't your lane. And Anna, just because you turned Valentin in doesn't mean you're off the hook for helping him escape. Hypocrisy is not a good look, Queen. And Brenna, she's doing us all a favor by leaving Carly alone. Don't forget she roped Carly's daughter into taking out Cyrus, blackmailed her, and recruited her to the WSB while she was grieving Dex. That's not strategy, that's cold. Now, about Dante, he deserves to know the truth. But Brooklyn is making choices without the full picture, so I can't fully blame her. This baby is a full-grown adult at this point. Still, Lulu seems more interested in impressing Dante than genuinely caring about the situation. Her beef with Brooklyn is just tired. I'm glad Chase finally told Lulu to sit down somewhere and backed up his wife. Also, where is Lois? This would have been the perfect moment for her to tell Brooklyn that Gio is her son. Rip the band-aid off already. When that secret comes out, Brooklyn's going to be 10 times madder at Lois. Might as well go for one big explosion instead of 1,000 small ones. And now that Chase knows, oh, he's definitely going to start connecting dots. As for Lulu, she's acting exactly how she's supposed to. She was always the love of Dante's life. Let's not forget, right before the coma, she was about to tell him she chose him over Mr. Explosion. Dante loved Sam, sure, but not like he loved Lulu. And yeah, he should know he has a son. But Brooklyn, she's always been a brat. She just polished it up a bit. And let's be honest, I wouldn't put it past the writers to throw her and Dante back together. Have her mysteriously pregnant. And suddenly we're in sperm bank lie territory again. Classic soap mess. Phew, was Chase on fire today or what? The way he lit into Lulu, telling her to back off Brooklyn or face arrest for breaking into Martin's hotel room, was chef's kiss. Seriously, someone give that man a medal and a fan. He was not playing, and honestly, Lulu needs to redirect that energy toward parenting Charlotte and Rocco instead of acting like a petty detective. Also, shout out to Valentin for not getting shot. Small victories. But let's not pretend we weren't relieved he got arrested. We all know Anna would have let him walk if Jason and Jack hadn't been there to hold her morally questionable feet to the fire. She's turning out to be a very selective police commissioner. Law and order. When it suits her. Now Felicia. Sweet, meddling Felicia. Yes, her concern for Carly came from a place of experience and genuine care, especially with all her WSB baggage. But Carly, she's not trying to hear it. Everyone and their mother, probably literally, is telling her to steer clear of Jack, and Carly's like, Thanks for the input. I'll be doing the exact opposite. Jack saved her again, and now she's seeing him as a full-on knight in shining armor. Cue the dramatic music. Jason's off doing what Jason does best, digging. He's unraveling Brennan's past, what happened to Joss, and eventually, what went down with himself. Right now, he's playing catch-up, but trust, once the fog clears, he'll be putting all the pieces together and asking a lot of questions. And let's circle back to Felicia one more time, telling Carly that Sonny is less dangerous. Girl, be serious. Carly has survived mob wars, shootouts, betrayals, and Nina. She doesn't need a lecture. She needs people to let her make her own, probably terrible, but definitely heartfelt choices. Back to Chase. Oh, he knows Brooklyn's heart is halfway to Dante already. It's written all over the script. When the truth finally explodes, that he saw it coming and didn't say a word, he's going to look like the clueless boyfriend in a romantic comedy, minus the happy ending. And if Dante turns out to be Gio's real dad, let the follow-up begin. Please, for the love of drama, keep the whole cast around. Yes, even Willow. I still have hope she and Michael can patch things up. But Drew, either fix him or ship him off. Right now, he's about as likable as a soggy cereal. Let's be real, Carly won't listen to anyone. She's going to fall for Brennan, get burned, hard, and need saving. And who will be waiting? Sonny. Cue the awkward romantic quadrangle. Jack and Carly, Sonny and Natalia. Ugh, fast-forward worthy. Honestly, I haven't seen a skip-worthy pairing like this since Mike and Nina. No thanks. And Gio, poor Gio. When he finds out he's been living under the same roof as his real mom and dad. Fireworks. Secrets have a nasty habit of exploding, especially in Port Charles. As for Brennan, snake in the grass. He's not just after Sonny. He's playing the long game with Carly and Joss, and if nobody stops him, they're both in for serious heartbreak. Jason telling Brennan to stay out of Carly's life? Really? The audacity. Jason and Sonny have been just as dangerous, if not more, than Brennan. Who is Jason to play moral compass now? Let's not forget, Michael got shot and is now in a burn unit because of Sonny. But sure, go ahead and act like you're the guardian angel of Carly's well-being. Short memories, that crew. Jack Wagner on GH fans, and that Frisco snub. I caught Jack Wagner on the Still the Place podcast, Melrose Place fans. This one's for you. Laura Leighton, Daphne Zuniga, and Courtney Thornesmith were hosting. Jack talked about the When Calls the Heart fan base and said it's the biggest and most loyal following he's had since General Hospital. He still gets called Frisco more than anything else, which is kind of amazing. Too bad GH wrecked his character and almost dragged Felicia down with him. Frisco could have been a perfect legacy character for those short, nostalgic returns, but nope. Fun fact, Jack wanted to stay on GH in 2013 as a recurring character so he could juggle both WCTH and GH. But reportedly, Frank Valentini wasn't having it. In fact, FV even swapped the iconic Lady of My Heart, written for Felicia, with All I Need, which Frisco wrote for Tanya. Ouch! Between that and the overall bad blood, Jack bailed after just a few weeks. Oh, and apparently John Stamos offered to return for GH 50th anniversary. Reached out directly. Frank didn't even call him back. Possible directions for Gio Violin's parentage saga. The will, the mansion, and the gratitude gift. Monica, ever the sentimental one, leaves the Quartermain mansion to Gio Violin, thrilled that a new Q has emerged, less thrilled that he's dead broke. Gio, touched and utterly unbothered by generational wealth, promptly gifts the mansion to Sonagod in a grand gesture of thanks for believing in me. Translation: please don't whack me. The Quartermains implode. Lulu's love games and co-parenting complications. Lulu, never one to waste leverage, uses the Geo bombshell to lure Dante back into her bed. because nothing says romance like surprise half-brother drama. Unfortunately for her, BLQ, still existing somehow, sets a co-parenting trap that ends with her and Dante shacking up. Meanwhile, Chase tries to confront Lulu to vent, again, but oops, sparks fly. Because of course they do. Joss, spy, girlfriend, or both. Jocelyn, now on the WSB payroll, don't ask, starts dating Gio to get closer to Sunny. What's a little espionage in the name of daddy issues and international intrigue? Gio thinks it's true love. The WSB thinks it's progress. Joss just wants to know if she'll get a pension. Third in command, a family business. Sunny, recognizing Gio's potential and likely the resemblance to someone he whacked in '97, brings him in as his third in command. It's a family affair. Sunny at the top, Christina riding shotgun, and Gio trying to figure out which phone is burner and which is his Spotify. Clone Wars, Quartermain Edition. Plot twist. Gio Violin and Football Kai are actually identical clones, cooked up in one of the DVX Dusty clone tanks from 1984. No one knows which is the heir and which is the copy. A massive lawsuit erupts. Lucas's new boyfriend, a hungry young attorney with questionable ethics, takes both cases. Chaos, courtroom drama, and a very lucrative paternity test ensue. Gio the Vampire, Bensonhurst Rising. Turns out Gio died years ago in Bensonhurst, but was resurrected by a vampire lord with a flair for melodrama and memory transference. Explains the old man vibes and sudden musical talent. The WSB catches wind and reactivates the spring, assigning Joss as the next Slayer. Lucy, yes, that Lucy, becomes her reluctant mentor because Anna was busy that week. The interstellar twin dilemma. This Gio Violin, yeah, he's actually Casey, a space traveler from Lumina Prime. The real Gio is his Earth twin, still unaccounted for. Casey needs help locating an interstellar crystal to return home. Meanwhile, everyone in Port Charles scrambles to track down the Earth-bound Gio before the next portal opens and everything turns into General Stargate. Who is this Jason, and where's the real one? Let's start with the obvious. Drew lies about talking to Jason and meeting up with him. Jason doesn't punch him in the face, which, let's be honest, Stone Cold 1.0 would have done without blinking. No black eye, no broken jaw. Suspicious already. Then Carly gets poisoned, Sunny's medication gets tampered with, and still Jason doesn't pull out his gun and take out the guys responsible right there on the pier, even though he was there in time to do it. The water was right there. One shot, splash, problem solved. And don't even get me started on everything that happened after Sam's death and the Michael fire. The Jason we knew, all three of those men would have been dead before Anna even made it to the scene. So yeah, this is Jason, but it's definitely not Jason Morgan. Now, I hear some people calling this growth or maturity. That he's changing. That maybe, gasp exclamation, he's prioritizing family over violence. He's reflecting before reacting. How novel. Maybe he's even done with the whole Stone Cold thing entirely. Maybe he's sick of it. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Let him hang up the hitman persona and trade it in for something a little less murdery. But still, someone better keep an eye on the waterline, just in case the real Jason swims back up. Once the truth drops that Gio is actually a Quartermain, Brooklyn and Dante's biological son, let's just say the Quartermain family dynamic is about to get even messier, as if that was possible. First off, imagine Gio's reaction. He grew up thinking the woman who loved him, sacrificed for him, and literally died believing she was his mother, wasn't. Turns out she adopted him, and his entire life has been a beautifully orchestrated lie. That's got identity crisis with a side of rage written all over it. He could very well spiral into Quartermain chaos and end up a moody, brooding version of Jason. Think less golden boy, more motorcycle and monosyllables. Would he even want anything to do with Brooklyn and Dante? Sure, he's living in the Q mansion, but proximity does not equal forgiveness. He might look around at these people and think, "Great, so all of you knew, and said nothing. And let's talk about Lois. Aunt Lois. Nah, plot twist, she's Grandma Lois, surprise. Instead of being the cool aunt, she's now the matriarch of the deception." Gio's anger toward her. Oh, it's coming. Years of trust, affection, and Italian food down the drain. Olivia. Oh, she's definitely throwing Lois out of the mansion. Same with Ned. They were robbed of decades with their grandson, and now Lois has basically burned every family bridge, possibly while humming La Donna e Mobile. And what about Lois and Sonny? Their decades-old friendship is on life support. Once this bomb goes off, that dynamic is going to get real frosty, unless, of course, Sonny already knows, which, let's be honest, would be very on brand for him. As for Brooklyn and Dante, Gio might give them a pass. Brooklyn had no clue it was a closed adoption. From her perspective, her baby went to a better life, and let's face it, she's shown real growth lately. Gio seems like the type who might give grace where it's due. But Lois, oh Lois, she's shouldering the weight of this entire disaster. And while there's definitely sympathy for her, she acted out of love, sure, she also lit the match. And now she's about to watch the whole Quartermain circus go up in flames. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.